All right, let me walk you through how to create a machine-generated audiobook on Google Play. First thing that you have to do, really important, is that you have to have the book live on Google Play. So we did part one where we loaded the book in, and you've got to wait for it to actually go live or this won't work. This process won't work. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use this book right here where I've got an ebook loaded. Notice that it's actually live, and we're going to create a version of this that is an audiobook. Go up to Add a Book, and notice what we are going to pick here, which is create an auto-narrated audiobook. And then we're going to pick, select this right here. This is the book in question. And I'm not going to pick an ISBN. I'm going to just pick Google Book ID. I'm going to set an ISBN later after the product's done, and I'm going to load it onto my site. An important thing to note with this is that a machine-generated audiobook is not good enough to upload to Audible. Audible won't take that, but this will still be available in Google Books, and you'll get a set of files that you can do anything that you like with. For us, we're just going to put it up on our own website. So this is good enough for now, and this is actually good enough permanently too, so you don't really need to get an ISBN to have this thing be live in the Google Play store. So we'll do save and continue, and basically now it's going to load material that is from the book that we already loaded into Google Play, and but we're still going to want to re-upload the files, and I'll show you why in just a second. While this is happening, let's go to About the Book and just check on this. We got the title, we got the identifier, publisher, duration will come later because we don't know yet how long the audiobook will be. Release date, we can get this from the site or just leave it, doesn't really matter. Sometimes I'll fill that in, sometimes not. Leave these as no because they're not abridged. Save and continue, and it's going to go right across these menu items. Now these are the items that are already picked in part one of the video. These are the BISAC codes. This allows you to find these books in search, and this one will fit these three categories: people with disabilities, learning disabilities, and sociology in general. And so we'll continue. Contributors will be the author. It's one author. Notice it's pulling this from the past entry. From series, I can add this to our disability series. Notice it's going to pick, I've already got this set up. You can skip this if you need to because we can always do this later, but I'm going to pick my audiobook series for disability. It is an audiobook, but it's still a book. And we'll just add this as book number 3. Again, you can change this later. This part, don't worry about too much. And you can see here it is. And I could add it to another series if I want to. All right, for settings, just leave this as is. We want the sample to be 10% of the book length. That's fine. And then what we're going to do is go to content and cover. Now, even though it's drawing from the entry already in Google Books, notice it generates this cover that's not so nice. And also there are some issues with pulling the EPUB from Google Books. So I'm just going to upload the files again. So what I'll do is pick the files, and we're dealing with this book right here. So I'm going to add the EPUB and close, and then I'm going to add the cover file so that it's re-uploads that into a nice format. Don't ask me why you need to do this, but it tends to work pretty well. Okay, so now notice that we get a brand new upload of the EPUB, and it's going to draw all of this from the book itself: epigraph, abstract, learning objectives, so it's going to do all that. Now, what I'm going to do is also pick, based on who the author is, I'm going to pick someone to read the book from these robot voices. Since Kimberly is American, I'm going to pick American female, but you can obviously pick If the author is British, you can pick one of these. If they're Australian, great, that works. And you can actually sample this too. So you can hit play.
Introduction. I have dyspraxia. Dyspraxia is frequently misdiagnosed.
And you get the idea. So that's good enough. And then what we're going to do is actually get Google now to generate the audiobook. So you just click Create Audiobook. Leave this checked, right? Because what this is doing is basically it says when Google makes enhancements to their text-to-speech model, they'll update this audiobook, and that's great. Now, this is not as good, obviously, as human read, but it's passable. And for something that is so easy to do, this is great. For our books, I'm just going to put $11.99. I got that price just because that's a price that is sort of what's expected from audiobooks. I don't expect to sell a ton on the open market, but whatever, that's okay. It does need a price, and when I click Save and Continue, it's going to generate a series of prices that are in different currencies around the world. It'll do that automatically. And notice here it's updated this to the nice cover that I uploaded to at the same time. So I got book identifier, description, title, the genres, the BISAC codes, author, publisher, content, cover, book prices, and I'm going to click Publish now. And now what you're going to get here is you'll see that it will, here's the new entry, $11.99, needs action. This is all normal, and this will take a while for this to generate. So don't worry about this. There is no action needed on this. This will just take up to 24 hours for it to actually generate the audiobook and push it live in Google Books, and it will be a part of your book catalog. And that's basically it. It'll generate a series of files that you'll be able to download, and for us, we're just going to put that up on our site. We'll assign an ISBN. All that'll be great, but otherwise, this will be findable in Google and saleable. Hope that that's all helpful and that works for you.